Hey guys, Brett here, and today I'm going to show you how to take your doors off of your 2026 and newer JL body style Jeep Wrangler 4-door. We got my favorite color here today, a mojito, and I'm going to show you how to take the doors off. They have redesigned the doors for 2026. They've made it really easy to get these off. There's a couple quick disconnects. The doors lift right up, and I'm going to show you a couple quick tips and tricks so that you don't damage your doors and you make it as easy as possible. It's going to be step by step, and if this video saves you any time and money, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel and give me a like. Every little bit helps. So let's get started. It'll be really quick, and let's get started. All right, before we do anything, the first thing you're going to want to do is put all your windows down in your Wrangler. Now we do this for two different reasons. The first reason is so that when we take the doors off, it's a lot easier to carry them and maneuver them to wherever we're going to be storing them. The second reason is that when you do store them, if they happen to fall or if something hits them, you're way less likely to break the glass if they're secure inside the door. So that's the first step. Before you start anything, put your windows down and let's get to the next step. The next thing you're going to want to do is find 4 2x4 pieces of wood about 2 feet long each. And you're going to want to set them about 4 to 5 inches away from a wall or wherever you're going to be placing your doors. You're going to want to find some place that's secure where nothing's going to hit them, at least until you can find a better place to put them, because once you have the doors off, while they're not extremely heavy, they're kind of awkward, so you want to have a place where you can set them conveniently. And you also don't want to be scratching the bottoms of the doors and knocking the paint off by setting them on concrete or gravel or something like that. So get some 2x4 pieces of wood about 2 feet long, set them about 4 to 5 inches away from the wall, and pick them somewhere convenient place that's near wherever you're taking your doors off. All right, now let's get to the real part of the video. All right, getting started, guys. We're going to come to the front door. We'll take this one off first. And what you're going to want to do is take this black piece of plastic trim and just kind of pull that out. Now, normally they have this like rubber thing that's attached. This one does not have it. But anyways, so that comes off like that. The other thing that they've changed for 2026 is this pin. This is a quick disconnect now. So you just push that pin up like that, and then you can just pull it out of there. You can just kind of rock the door so that it comes out like so. Now you can put this pin in where they used to have the bolt holder for the doors, I guess, while you store it. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is take this quick disconnect for the electrical off. So all you have to do is push this red tab up like so. Now, I missed this in my last video. There's a little tab right here in the middle. You push that in, and then you can push this white piece out, and then that'll just push that electrical out just like so. Really easy. You're gonna want to make sure it's all the way up. Now you got that piece out. So there's that like that. The next thing you're gonna want to do is just pull the door in a little bit so that you can get this strap off its holder. Like I said, pull the door in a little bit so you can get the strap off its holder, like that. And now we're ready to take the door off. So now that we have everything disconnected, you're going to want to grab inside on the handle, and I'll show you how I'm holding that in just a second once we get the door off here. But you're going to want to lift underneath this mirror as well and just lift them up. You see how easy that came out? Just want to be careful that you're not chipping the paint or anything, but hold it right here, get a nice grip on it, and now let's go store it to where we have. All right, guys, now that we have our spot, all you want to do is make sure you get that set nice and squarely on your wood, lean it up against the wall. Now, I'm not saying that this is a permanent solution, but you know, wherever you're going to put them, you can pick that later just for when you're taking them off. Find a place that's convenient to set them so we can make this process as quick as possible. Let's go do the back door now. Before we do the back door, what you're going to want to do is put this driver's front seat all the way up, because there's a panel that we have to remove behind the seat here and it's just a lot easier if this seat is all the way up. All right guys, so the second row of doors is just as easy as the front, if not a little bit easier. This piece right here is just 2 clips on the bottom, so you just pull the bottom like so, and then that comes off there. Once again, this holder is off of there. The other thing is you have your quick disconnect pin right down here. You're just going to want to flip that up. Now that we got that, we can just pull this pin, kind of turn it a little bit, and it comes right out of there. Pretty easy. Now the next thing you want to do is undo the electrical, which is right here. Once again, there's just a little bit of a push pin. Push that, pull down on the electrical, comes right out like so. And then we have the hook here for the harness. I'm just going to want to pull the door in just a little bit to get some slack, and that comes right off of there. So now that we have everything unhooked, once again, you're just going to want to grab the handle on the inside. And for this one, you can lift just the back doors, or the bottom of the door here. Just going to lift that up. And you're all set to go. Now the back doors are considerably lighter than the front doors. They're smaller, and you don't have a mirror on them, so they're a little bit easier to transport. Let's go take it to our assigned spot. Now you don't have to have them right next to each other, guys, but I just think it's convenient for when you're taking these off, that you're going to want to have them close to where you were at and make sure that it's all set up before. So there you go, all set. Once again, not a permanent solution to where they're going to be. One quick thing, guys, so when you have your doors off, you could just put the pins right back in here. Now I checked the front pin and the back pin, they're exactly the same, so don't worry about mixing those up. You could just clip those right back into there, or you could go store them where they have the door hinge bolt holder. Now that you don't have bolts, you could put these in there, and that'd be a really good place to make sure that they're not going to get lost, because you definitely don't want to lose these, because without them, your door hinges and door checks won't work properly. One last thing, guys, everybody always asks me in the other videos, when you have your doors off, is there a fuse or something that you have to pull so that the lights stay off? And the answer is no. So when you take those doors off and you disconnect the electrical, the vehicle doesn't even know the doors are there anymore. There's just no signal from the doors, so it doesn't know if it's open or closed, so it just doesn't do anything. There's no lights on the dash, and the dome lights don't go on. So just wanted to clarify that real quick. Hope that helps. All right, guys, it really is that simple to take your doors off of your 2026 and newer JL Wrangler 4-door. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and now that you have your doors off, enjoy the open air feel of a Wrangler with the doors and the top off. There's really nothing like it. Kudos to Jeep for making the door removal process a lot simpler with those quick disconnects and everything. I think if you like taking your doors off, this is going to be a big game changer, and you're definitely going to want a 26 or newer Wrangler if you like taking your doors off. And if you found this video helpful, give me a like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Really appreciate that. And if you want to check out more videos, please subscribe. In fact, in a second, you'll see a link to subscribe to the YouTube channel in the upper left-hand part of the screen, a link to all the Wrangler videos I've ever done in the upper right, a link to how to put your doors back on your JL Wrangler in the lower left, and a link to how to take your JL hardtop off in the lower right. Click those and check out the rest of the videos. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a great day.